as I said, it's a good day for dough. So today's my brother's birthday. It's the day after my grandma's. I buy my yeast in bulk, like this. I keep it in a Ziploc because sometimes it leaks. But yeast is a living organism, so I keep it in the refrigerator. Then I activate it before I try to do anything with it, because if it's dead, it ain't gonna work. Okay, so first I take my bowl. Yes, it's the bowl to my mixer because I'm not doing this by hand. And here I have 1 cup of warm water. It's slightly warmer than body temperature. I'll pour that in the bowl. Now my yeast, because I buy it in bulk. Some people, you use if you buy the small ones, it's 1 pouch. Well, I just use 3.5 teaspoons. I put it in there. I'm gonna add it to my water. Try to add it to my water. It doesn't all want to go in there. Didn't want to get out of my bowl. Smells like yeast, so that's a good sign. Scrape, 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 scrape. There we go. Whew, that's a noise. Sorry. And then yeast needs something to feed on, right? So we're gonna put the sugar, if we can get it to move. We don't use sugar a lot, so I'm just gonna put some in there. Oops, that's a little more than I wanted, but oh well, it'll be okay. It's all science in the end, right? And if I'm making cinnamon rolls with this, we kind of want it to be sweet anyway. So yeah. So I don't know if you can see that, and I don't want to tip it too much. I dip my foot. I don't know how to play a lot of this stuff. Oh, hey, you're shaking. Okay, so you can see the edge of it there. There should be a way of tipping that, but anyway, I'll pull you off of there maybe for a second. Oh, there's a way of tipping. Look at that. Okay, there you go. So, yeah, that's just a quick stir of the yeast into the water and sugar. And then you need to let that sit and activate. Right now I'm just fighting with getting this planted back in. There we go. There we go. I almost wore that one. Did you see that? It splashed at me. You didn't see it. Okay. So yeah, just give it a quick. That one splashed at me. Quick stir. And I'll come back in about 15 minutes or so and see where we're at. And I'll show you if it's activated or not. I have some on my shirt because good cooks make a mess, right? Okay, now we're facing the other way. My yeast has activated. Oh, it wants to flop a little bit, but there we go. Happy yeast. Now, I want to make cinnamon rolls. That's my ultimate goal. Now, what they say is you need to use warm milk. Well, I used warm water. And I'm going to use skim milk powder. This is in a peanut butter jar. I'm reusing a peanut butter jar. I put an elastic around here to keep it, fresh and sealed. And I buy it at the bulk barn. I'm just going to toss in a couple of tablespoons of that. That'll be good. That'll blend with the water that's in there. It was crunchy peanut butter. Red bits. And then I need to add. Running away. Ooh, I got an itchy nose. Got here. I'll come back just a second. I'm right here. Hey, it's me. Okay. 2 cups of flour in this one. Whee! And it goes. 1 more cup of flour. Need to add 1 egg and some softened butter at least. Could use melted butter, but we keep ours in the microwave. My friend Lori helped me get this dish. It's an antique butter dish with a lid. It's a pound of butter, perfect. But if you don't keep it somewhere, the cats knock the lid off, and then cats lick the butter. It doesn't impress me much. I love my kitty cats, but stay out of my butter. Butter is expensive. But when you're baking, using real butter makes everything so much better. Butter makes it better. So I'm going to add this up, and then I'll show you. Unless I learn I can add it as I show you. Now this is the spoon I used for the skim milk powder. So it's not really dirty. I'll just wipe it off there. So I'm just going to look about a quarter cup. Looks like a quarter cup to me. Looks good to me. Maybe a little bit more. Yeah. Butter's yummy. We like butter. I like it even better when it comes off the spoon. I need a different spoon. Oh, you get to see in my drawer. It's a crazy disaster. Got too many utensils. There we go. Cover up the batter. Put it back in the microwave when I'm done. 1 egg. Do you know what I just realized? I haven't done yet. See, woohoo! I don't have my dough hook on my mixer. Oh, by the way, it's not my mixer. It's my dad's mixer. It lives at my house. See the difference? That is a dough hook over there. Woohoo! And then this locks on here. Soon be time to oil this again. Use vegetable oil. Take it outside, oil her up. Is it noisy? Yes. I'll come back in a minute when it's more mixed. Okay, so I mixed it. I ended up adding about 2/3 cup more flour. So it's still on the sticky side. There it is in there. You can see a little bit on the sticky side. So I'm just going to add a bit of oil. What kind I got? Vegetable oil. I bought what's on sale. Kind of spread that around. Spread it around a little bit. And it's a Sunday, so we have the lower priced electricity with the, I forget what they call that, time of use rates or whatever. So I can turn on my oven to let it warm up some in my kitchen, which will help this to do its first rise. Now when you want to make fresh bread, it's best to start in the morning or even the night before. So, okay. It has time to do all the rising and kneading and all that fun stuff that you got to do. It's really, see, there you go. That's a nice dough. It's a very nice dough. Oil through it a little bit. It's a beautiful dough. It smells so nice and fresh. Oh. So I'm going to let that rise until it's double, or 45 minutes to an hour. I'm going to turn my oven on to warm, so then I'm just going to put it kind of on top of the stove. I'm not going to put it in. I don't want it to start baking. So we're going to let her rest here. I know I got too much stuff, but anyway, I'm from the generation of, if I get rid of it, then I need it. But I'm also from the generation of, I don't have enough cupboards for all my stuff. Oh well, I rent a deal. Anyway, can leave that alone. 10:48 now. I don't know what time it'll be when I remember and come back and see how we're doing. But that's the start of making homemade bread, which is very good bread. Okay, so did it rise? I don't know. Oh, look at that. Yes, it did. Yeah, punch it down. Oof. And then I get to roll it out. I might get my hubby to. Okay, so now I have it down here. A little bit of flour on the surface, countertop. So we're going to put a little flour on top. I got my rolling pin. She made a marble. She does the work for me. I just move it. I'm wondering if I should do this in a couple of batches. Quite a bit of dough. I'll take some away here. You can go sit back in your bowl and be happy. Okay, so I'll rework this again. Okay, once I have it the shape I want, I'll show you again. So there's the basic shape I'm after. I'm gonna cut out the edges. I'll work with those later. Jingle, jingle, jingle. Seems a little larger on this end than that end. There we go. Just like that. And we need to melt some butter. Put it down there, and then there's cinnamon. Okay, so I decided to speed this up to get through it faster. I know I said butter's better, but I can't believe it's not butter. It was softer and easier to spread, so I thought I'll just use that rather than melting butter. So I'm spreading it on the dough there. And then I'm going to go find my cinnamon. There's my cinnamon. Great big jug. I buy it in the big jug. I like cinnamon. My mom taught my kids how to make cinnamon toast, which is okay. But when they were younger, they didn't clean up after themselves. And can you see how much mess cinnamon sugar makes? Anyway, I used white sugar this day. I found out afterwards, Dad missed the brown sugar in it, so we'll go back to brown sugar. My dough cutter has measurements on it. I want to make marks every 2 inches. The last two are a little shorter, so that's a 1.5. And I'll show you, I'm going to take out my jingly pizza cutter. I didn't realize it was so loud. And I cut them all, and then individually roll them up. Keep your dough tight, roll it up. There we go. The one sitting in the brown sugar hack I tried, I'm not really fond of. Clean up the work area with a paper towel. That way you keep the mess in the paper towel, not all over your floor. Start up the next round. Remember the dough I put aside plus the scraps. We're going to roll that out again sooner or later. And there's the rest of the rolls are all made there. We've got to put them aside to rise. There's the extra dough left over. I ended up pinching it and deep frying it. They've done their rising. They look nice. They're going in the oven. It's at, I believe it's at 375 for 18 minutes. That's the extra dough. And then we're going to take them out of the oven here. They look so nice. Smells so good. Very cinnamony. And then I'll show you, I'm cooking chicken for supper. There you go. There's the end. There they are in all their glory. Those are the brown sugar bottoms. These are just no brown sugar on the bottoms. There's icing on top, cream cheese icing. There's no icing on the two because my dad doesn't like icing.